welcome on live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Bye bye. One, two, one.
Hi there.
Hey, this is gonna be a ride, huh?
So you really did have somebody on Woodman?
No, I was just held up doing something.
Oh, God, I got it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
Because half the people think that that's our house.
Oh, really?
Yes,
It works
guys.
like that.
They don't understand. The street gets confusing.
Yeah, for sure.
Glad we it all worked out.
I just wanted to make you aware I'm live streaming this ride.
Okay.
It's in an effort to bring support to build a worker co-op rideshare called People's Ride and bring about social change.
Okay.
Are you guys okay with it? I can turn it off if you're not. Totally.
Okay.
I'm cool.
And there's no.
I don't think we're going to be that entertaining, though.
Yeah, some rides aren't.
Okay.
But I can live streaming to catch some of the good rides and
Yeah.
good videos to edit, good edits
Okay. Okay.
for like a stuff for special content
Yes.
on something through Patreon where you can get donations for by people that support your cause.
So tell us more about your cause.
So People's Ride and Rideshare Co-op is about just bring about social change through creating more democratic workplaces. And the rideshare be real simple. It'd be basically like the rideshare, but organized as a co-op. And if you're unfamiliar with what co-op is an organization. If you are a member of it, you are also an owner and govern it equally with the other members.
So when you say rideshare co-op, that sounds like sharing rides. Is that not true? Because then you talk about democratic workplace.
Rideshare is what the industry of Uber and Lyft has been termed as.
Okay, I understand that. Okay. Okay. We get it.
And
So who's watching this live stream?
don't have any followers yet,
Oh, well, just gotta start somewhere,
right?
right? And then you might edit us, and then we'll be in a thing.
Yeah, right. Just like editing out just the cause and different topics, or
So what is Democracy at Work?
Democracy at Work is an organization that helps promote social change and bringing about a new world through creating more democratic workplaces. Specifically
So like
through
more co-ops?
yeah,
Okay, I get it. That makes sense.
yeah.
Co-ops are extremely popular in the Midwest, where small communities, yes, but small communities come together to create their own industry or utility, like farmers co-ops for silo sharing. My client in Denver, he does a lot of work with co-ops because they came together to provide phone services to areas where the phone companies would not.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they would form a co-op. The city or the neighbors come together. They would all have equal ownership in this company that provided at the time hardline service, and now the big companies, Verizon, AT&T, are buying up all that spectrum that they have, so that they can have literally complete coverage throughout the United States. So that's what they're
So
doing.
is their co-op changing to
No.
big business because
co-op
they're
is-
like
their
selling
co-op-
it out?
Their co-op is getting they either get bought out or they don't. It's not a shared process with Verizon or AT&T, but yeah, that's how co-ops work.
Yeah, a lot of there's a lot of co-ops out there that people are aware of, like Land O'Lakes, Land O'Lakes butter.
Uh-huh.
What is the raisin with a woman on it?
Sunkist.
Sunkist.
Yes, I knew Sunkist was a co-op. It used to
And
be right here.
Ace Hardware.
Is REI kind of a co-op?
It is.
Okay.
They actually put it in its name now.
They
REI. Yeah,
Okay.
REI Co-op.
So more co-ops are coming up.
And specifically, I think that jobs in the gig economy
Uh-huh.
should be replaced by co-ops.
Uh-huh.
So jobs like this and any kind of gig economy.
What's a gig
Germany,
economy?
basically.
Oh,
Kind
okay.
of what I'm doing.
Right.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not doing it via driving. I'm doing it via different business.
Right.
Yeah. They say the gig economy is going to be like 30% of the workforce in the next X number of years. I forgot the stat.
Is that good or bad?
It was about, well, the message I heard, it's about getting ready for that as a
But is it?
lawyer
but is
or
that-
as a
that-
person.
It seems like it's kind of good on everybody. Well, maybe not on everybody. Right? You have to have a skill set you can apply.
Well, in that it can go. I think for some, a lot of times when businesses have used big businesses, Amazon uses it, Uber is obviously using it. They use that status to kind of get around
Cheap.
paying a whole bunch to the
Microsoft
state.
got in a lot of trouble for that. They called a lot of their employees independent contractors,
How are you?
and then the city, the state gets screwed. The county gets screwed out of employment.
No,
taxes,
we're
payroll
not
taxes.
list.
Right.
And
They got a
Pay-
lot of
Talking to
trouble
the
for that about 10 years ago. I think.
Workman's comp,
Yeah.
paying into Social Security.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole cheaper form.
Sure.
Of course, they're trying that.
I am. So you better.
Sure.
I'm doing it.
But was to leave, any of the employees no unemployment when if you get deactivated
Okay, so
arbitrarily, which happens a lot.
Okay, fine.
Or if
And
you're hurt, while working.
right,
Yeah.
hopefully you have like really good insurance.
I can't imagine a gig economy working for a whole lot of. Yeah, I mean, it works in some cases in industries and people and jobs, but I can't imagine that being like a huge thing. Like I couldn't imagine not that we have them, like factory workers being gig employees. I don't see that 1099s. It wouldn't make any sense. But I guess we're not any factories anymore, so maybe it's something else.
Amazon, it's kind of a factory job.
It is a fact. Well, okay, yeah. It's not, you're not building stuff; you're shipping stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you on that. So they are they do that.
Yeah, they a lot of their employees are independent contractors, and let alone like in the factory business, the companies will always outskirt with like they call it outsourcing, outsource with whatever company or like even schools with bus companies, pay really
Right.
cheap bus companies. A contractor to build something, independent contractor like cooks, even like their cooking division, the hospital's cooking divisions, all this
the
outsourced.
to a food service company, right? Like
Yeah.
airlines do.
Yeah.
Food is prepared ahead of time. They just heat it up. So the goal of Democracy Works is to form more co-ops.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the strategies of bringing about social justice
Okay.
effort to bring about that justice through forming a network of worker co-ops.
I remember in the 80s, one of the major airlines became employee owned.
Yeah, I think I heard about that too.
I'm gonna have to look into what happened to that airline. That'd be interesting to see because they made a big deal. They changed the way they did everything. It was fully owned, and they made commercials about it.
Are they here now?
No, they don't want to know why, and then obviously the lessons must be learned from why they It was a big deal back in the 80s.
I heard someone else bring that up too.
Yeah. Because they made a big deal about it. It was huge back then. I mean, no one ever heard of that.
Yeah, like big industry like that.
Yeah. And it was a major airline. It wasn't like a.
I think, but one of the examples that people point to a lot is Mondragon as an example of a successful co-op story.
What's Mondragon? What is it?
Mondragon out of Spain.
Okay.
It's huge, 80,000 member company out in Spain. They make things like fridges and stoves.
Okay.
Seventh biggest in Spain's economy, multi-million-dollar revenue. And they started back in the 50s with ironically, a priest, Father Erzmanzetti, and started with a core group of 5 people. Talked about because they're coming out of Franco era and World War II and devastated and poverty and just sat down and tried figuring out, well, how do we can't wait for the capitalists to come to us and save us. What are we gonna do to make things and change things now? They decided to form co-ops. First in some small businesses, manufacturing, and in a university, they have a bank. You go to their town, it's just like a utopia. It's an amazing.
Have you been?
I have not, but
No, we've seen.
people I know closely that have been. They do tours, and barely any unemployment. They're like maybe 1% in the height of when unemployment was really high here.
Yeah.
And if the job needs to be replaced or something like that, or someone gets laid off, they go back into the university, no cost, retrained, and put back into another job. And all decisions, and any major decisions, the big flip side is that you have a whole different environment, because if your manager comes to you and is like, if you are electing your managers, then what kind of relationship would that change in the workplace when your
You're
manager?
electing them
Yeah,
versus getting assigned to them.
it is assigned to them. The flip side of a co-op is that it turns the pyramid upside down. In the typical corporation, the more money you have, the more shares you can buy, the more votes you can buy. So then, hence, you have a handful of very wealthy actually controlling the company. But in a co-op, it's one member, one vote. So what happens in the time once a year, they go about electing their board of directors. Changes a whole different environment of the workplace.
And in that place in Spain, do you find that everybody, or do you know, is everybody contributing in some way the best that they can?
Oh God, yeah, they're most productive.
More productive than.
More even. Yeah. They got a meaningful job. They got something out to go to, and they don't have a lot of worrying about healthcare and housing in their community. So they don't have to struggle and fighting against lower and lower pay all the time. So they're pretty happy.
Yeah.
Mondragon and Basque Region of Spain.
It was not at the following 2003, soon after United Airlines filed for bankruptcy. It remains a definitive account of the United ill-fated ESOP, employee stock option program. So it was United.
Yeah, that's the point I wanted to make up about that is I was guessing it was an ESOP, employee stock owner
Yeah, which isn't exactly
co-op.
a co-op. It's not exactly at all. It's nothing like a co-op. You
Yeah.
just happen to have a certain amount of stock in the company and you can buy it, blah, 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 blah. And then therefore, it's supposed to give you incentive to, but you don't vote on salaries, you don't vote on, it's not a co-op. I don't think.
Yeah, and the big difference is you don't have control in the company as much as you would.
You don't have incentive in it because you could have the best performance, the best maintenance record, and management does stupid things, and you can't control what management is doing, except to maybe, I don't know, do a shareholder coup or something. But that's not gonna happen.
Right, like you
It's just
you
that
own stock, but you don't have control in the company. As much control in the company. It's that.
you don't have any say in. It's like that group you were running at one time, and they got mad because no one told them that they didn't get to say in some purchase and things.
The employees at Disney were pissed that we bought Marvel on NBC, or why didn't they get to vote on their buys?
Yeah.
So there's a book. You probably already know that, right, Matthew?
On Mondragon?
About democracy at work by Rich.
Oh yeah.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Did you read it?
I've read a lot of his. I shouldn't say that out loud. I know his
We
material.
wanted to put that in the video.
Yeah, I know his material really well. It's good.
It's actually
which one is it?
It's Democracy at Work, a cure for capitalism.
Yeah.
So it is exactly, I think maybe it's where it all started, or he decided to write about it, because it's this exact campaign.
It's like his marketing side of the book. He's a professor, longtime professor out in Massachusetts, retired emeritus now, and now is in New York. And the Democracy at Work is there have a large presence here. That he is one of a very renowned person in his field. Economics.
Sounds like it.
One of his books was Knowledge, and it's really, and he totally goes over, rethinks the economy.
It's almost would be great to read it and understand it too, even more from how he's building the case. Though you have done quite a nice job.
Yeah.
Explaining to us too. Thank you.
Well, I was a student for a while.
Say that again?
I was a student for a bit.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Massachusetts?
That's where I got my graduate degree.
You got it in Massachusetts.
Uh-huh.
Here you are in Los Angeles, but yet your phone number is Alabama.
Oh, that's. I
That's
think
what came up on my phone.
that's the routing number.
Oh, is that what it is?
Alabama.
Got it. Okay.
But
Okay. So, what university was over there that you went to?
UMass.
UMass Amherst?
Yeah. You did? Small
On
world.
an exchange program, I went there. I loved it.
Yeah.
I lived in JQA.
JQA.
John Quincy Adams. Supposedly it was a party before, but I don't know.
Oh.
Where did you live?
I was grad school,
Oh,
so
you were grad school.
I
right.
went into apartments right away.
Yeah,
like-
you went on campus. What did you study there?
Labor relations and research, which is a sociology.
Yeah.
field of sociology.
So he is a professor or was a professor at UMass.
Yeah, Professor Almirada, and a lot of work on traditional economists. I can't. I think of a word now.
You look pretty young. Are you
Do I?
Are you a new graduate?
No. I've been
No.
a graduate for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you a fan of his in school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you liked what he was teaching and
Yeah.
turned you on to a lot of these ideas, or?
I had former of the same group that I was involved with before,
Okay.
so I knew about it a lot more, about kind of the ideas and the movement.
Are you from Massachusetts?
No, grew up in Michigan,
Okay, so your undergrad. Tell us about that.
Western Michigan University,
West Virginia?
Western Michigan
Oh,
University.
Western Michigan. Is that where
WMU.
your cousins go there?
Go to MSU, Michigan State.
Oh, somebody goes to
Those are
Western
big
Michigan.
ones.
So it goes to
Yeah, I don't know.
Western's on the other side, on the
Yeah.
west side.
Maybe it's not one of your cousins. Maybe it's I'm from Toledo. He's from Detroit.
Oh yeah, Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
All Midwesterners.
Oh, that's right.
the thriving engine of America. Actor,
Perfect example.
sure.
It's 2 million back in the 30s or 70s. Now hemorrhaged down to 700, 600,000. Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit was, the city went bankrupt and just,
Yeah, that's history right there. Big city like that going bankrupt.
yeah. Chicago's going to follow suit.
Oh yeah.
Chicago. So Chicago, the state of Illinois.
Well,
Year
Chicago
after
is
year.
kind of separate from the state
Sure,
of
sure,
Illinois.
okay, but just so you know, the state of Illinois, year after year, goes into debt. It creates twice as much debt as it does revenue. At some point, that's no longer sustainable. You can't forever. It won't work. And when that fails, there's going to be a whole ton of people, especially
Sounds like they need to keep
especially
communism.
people, well, especially the teachers, all these unions who got these sweet jobs, these fantastic benefits. I'm not saying they don't deserve them, but when their pensions are severely underfunded, when it fails, it's going to fail big.
Then they're gonna revoke them, and then there's have same.
Brad was in charge of it, but he was nonsense. There's no nonsense about this sort of keep steering Detroit from receivership. And he was, people said he was ruthless and merciless, but he was all numbers for him. It was black and white. That's all he did, and that's his job.
That's
like-
for us.
Huh? Yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
like an African American, but there's an African American gentleman, and he was like, it's just like, yeah, well, we can't fund this pension, so we won't. We can't fund this, so we can. I mean, it was something that had to be done, but to the people who, I mean, just imagine it.
They built Detroit.
Yeah.
Like,
Or just imagine that woman who was a widower or just never got married, and she was a teacher for 35 years, and she retired, and all of a sudden, yeah, no, you don't have a pension anymore.
You'd be screwed. It'd be-
Yeah,
right.
just join the gig economy. What could go wrong?
That's what happens. It's like gig economy is that kind of sinkhole runoff.
Yeah.
Have
What
no
does
health
the
care.
gig economy / democracy at work, the thinking about how you survive into your 80s, 90s, and so on, and maybe you're a little less of a contributor, but yet you need the resources.
Like when you get older,
Yes.
or
In other words, yeah, when you aren't gonna be part of the gig economy, you're older, you're sick, you're this, how are you?
Well, I think
How's that work?
I think you have like in bringing up a good point for the economic argument is that communities, nations decide what to do. Like to understand like an important part, I think, of economics is that there's a surplus produced in every community and every nation, a huge surplus. Now, who decides on what happens with that surplus? It makes a huge difference. And how do we have it organized now in this world? We have it organized so GM, Chrysler, Ford, where only a few of the richest people decide what happens with that surplus. They decide with that surplus all kinds of marketing, lobbying of the laws, changing laws, lobbying of presidents. So, you know, what some people would advocate, and I think the right-wing business and neoliberal business would advocate, let them work at Walmart. Give them a job, you know, a greeter, and that's like their solution. And why not? I don't know, create a bigger Social Security fund. Why can't we take care of them? Japan is known to be one of the longest life expectancy, and what the scientists found out is that it's because they cherish their old people, their elderly. As they get old, they still go to them for advice. They always have a job. They always have work. They have money to take care of everything. And I mean, like, lo and behold, what do you know? It gives them meaning to keep on living. So like any society decides, what do you do with that surplus? What do you do with it? We have babies. Babies can't necessarily get in the factory and produce, right? So we decide that, well, we should take care of them until they're like 18, and then they can go off on their own, and then they can produce. That's a decision that we do with the surplus. That's it in the world. It's the same thing with the old.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that gets to what kind of question you're asking.
No, that's good. I think that puts it in a good perspective. It could be. I am not doing anything about economics, but that makes sense. You know, it's an allocation of the surplus.
Yeah.
So yeah, you put it towards, you know, marketing and lobbying, or you put it towards your people, or you overseas, you need to.
Hence, bringing it full circle around, it's democracy at work. So, but that doesn't happen. We have a horrible healthcare system. We have a horrible retirement programs, and horrible Social Security, and Social Security being attacked because we don't have democracy at work. We don't have this. What we're deciding with the surpluses, not to let people sit by the river and die when they get old. But what are we doing with that money? We should be given a bigger Social Security, a bigger pension, a bigger way of taking care of yourself and be able to retire. Why? Versus productive places in the world, literally by hour per person per capita. We work more hours and produce more than anywhere else. Like, people call Americans lazy, but they're nothing from lazy. They're far from lazy. There's all that wealth is what you decide to do with it. And then you ask, hey, you know, where would that money come from? Tax the ultra rich. They wouldn't even be affected. They have so much money, so many billions of dollars that you could tax. I think the numbers was 1.01%, and get rid of homeless and poverty worldwide. You can tax their wealth 0.0% and get rid of all of the world's homeless.
Why we don't just do that?
Good question. Good question.
We just don't get it.
I don't get it
Maybe
either.
it's illegal, but But those people like Bezos and I think Bill Gates already does a whole lot. But I'm sure they all do a lot. But why does why don't they just type the answer? Okay.
It always pisses me off when you get that jackass from Facebook. What's his name?
Bezos? Oh, the CEO of
Zuckerberg. That idiot. And then you get the Oracle of Omaha.
Allison. Oh, sorry. It's a Oracle,
Yeah,
so it's not Claire Allison.
oh gosh, I forgot his name. Anyway, what bothers me is we get all these extremely wealthy individuals. You get out there and say, absolutely have to raise taxes, absolutely raise taxes, right? The reality is they're saying that because none of them pay income taxes, or they pay very low income taxes because they get all their money through capital gains. But capital gains is taxed at a fixed rate, and it's very low, right? So they're not bled for money, so it's easy for them to look good. Oh yes, please tax me more. I want to help the greater good. And they all know you can put the tax percentage up at 100%, and they're not going to feel a bump.
Yeah.
Right? Gains, and then watch them squeal. So that is, all right, if you want to start with that.
Yeah,
Let's stop this bullshit where we say, okay, we're going to put in 90%.
It doesn't have to be in taxes. Why? They probably all need foundations, and that's what Bill Gates did. Maybe they all do.
Right, which is fine, but there's a way to get that money.
I totally agree.
And everybody ignores it. Everybody ignores it, so they say things that are factually true. We'll raise taxes, but in practice, it doesn't bear anything out because that's not how we get the money from wealthy people. It just isn't. So, but I guarantee you, if somebody said if there was a serious debate about raising capital gains and other tax shelters, they would be howling in the streets.
Totally. Yeah, very good point. They did. Even I think Richard Wolff talks about that extensively. On that point specifically.
You know, so that was the one thing that's like, hey, you know, if you're wealthy, and I don't fault you for being, God bless, good for you, and your good luck, your fortune, your sharp mind, all that stuff, good, great. But don't sit there and then start playing lip service and games when it comes to yelling about tax or this, that thing. You know that you're talking. That's what you have your wealth. Good for you. If you inherited it, good for you. You were born lucky.
Makes sense.
I don't fault that with one iota. You deserve it. It's your money. Good for you. But don't sit there and.
Like Warren Buffett.
That's the word I was going for. Warren Buffett. Or the Oracle of Omaha. Yeah. Or Jeff Bezos even. He doesn't get all this money from a W-2, taxable income. No, he knows exactly what he's doing, like all the other super wealthy people, and they work their way around the tax system. So
the money's there.
The money's there. It's that they just know how to avoid the taxes. And if you have enough money, you work with the people who write the tax code to ensure that you can avoid the tax code. It's not, we're not saying anything that everyone should already know.
Yeah. They come out saying that, like, they're so for tax because it's not going to be where really it hurts.
Right. Because they know that they are protected.
And then specifically, like, for, say, if the gig economy was organized as co-ops, then that money in co-ops should provide for retirement.
Right.
It should be almost the same.
The co-op should provide for it. Should be just like it should provide, in theory, what a modern day corporation is supposed to provide: retirement, Medicare, child, whatever, maternity leave, paternity leave, all these things, right? Yeah, because so in a perfect world, it provides all those things and all its members benefit from it.
Yeah, and if you governed and owned your co-op, your company, would you decide to give yourself? Would you decide to set things up so you couldn't retire when you were old? Most likely not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because the self-interest of the individual put together with a group, in theory, should provide positive things for everyone within that co-op.
Oh yeah. You know, everyone has common understanding that
Yeah.
if you do good, I
Right.
you wouldn't be giving one person retirement enough money to retire and another person not.
Right. That's the thing when AOC is like, well, we should make the top percent 90%. It sounds super great, and you know, all the people, hourly employees and workers think that's the best thing since sliced bread, and rah rah rah, stick it to the rich guy, but it's not, and it's
You gotta focus on the capital gains.
it's self-serving because it makes you look great to all the masses, let's just say. And then if you're one of those uber rich guys, you can come out and agree with it, and you look super great, and everyone's super great, and no one's paying 90% income taxes, except maybe the idiot who won the lottery and didn't get around to getting a good bookkeeper.
What do you do?
She's just got Democracy at Democracy at Work on hold at the library as an ebook.
I'm on the wait list.
Not an ebook, but an audiobook.
No, it's only an ebook.
Oh,
I
only
can't
an
get
ebook?
an audio version.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
good.
cheap little book too. It's, yeah.
Oh, really?
It's kind of just like the very simplified of a lot of his work for seeing how to get through to move the economy into a different place. And very, very good, easy to understand. And I like to read books though, paper. And
Yeah. Yeah, it is different.
I'll read it on E if that's the way I got it.
There's like you go camping a lot. Fire. So like somebody telling you a story and everyone's listening.
Good enough in our
There's a certain
guitars.
joy to well, yes, there's a certain joy to reading a paper book.
Yeah, definitely. And audiobooks, I love listening to
That's my
audiobooks.
favorite.
And
Audiobooks are
you want to see, I'm experimenting to see how to get this working. You want to look up patreon.com/peoplesride.
Patreon.com/peoplesride.
Correct. Yeah, Patreon, Patreon. And I think that if I put the link on there, it should be accessible to patrons. They would be able to see the live stream right now. But there is none, and so, but I'm not sure I did it right.
Okay. Site can be reached.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I did it wrong. So I'm gonna get PATRION.
EON.
That's why.
Yeah.
And .com/peoples, just with no punctuation.
Right.
People's Ride, all squished together.
Yep. People's Ride.
This looks better. Now it's looking good. Okay, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. You got
People's
this.
Ride are creating live stream rideshare discussions.
Yeah, see anything with a link that says Saturday?
This is Saturday 2.
Anything with a date
Right now.
posted for now?
Subscribe. It says February 23rd. That's today. 458,
Yep.
Saturday 2, it's called. Is that us?
Yeah, that must be us. Yeah.
Unlock this
That's us,
post by
458.
becoming a patron. There's another one, February 19th at 12:23. Port trucker 60 arrested. September 3rd, Labor Day test run. So here we go. This is like the roots. This is it.
That was older ones. That one that you found for the 23rd.
Yeah.
Is the one I. Is it making you? Is it charging you to join?
I don't know. It's having me put in stuff and get a password. Sign up to receive your rewards. I don't feel like it's making me pay.
Okay. I think the general live stream I didn't mark as making donations.
Okay, if I put my password in, am I making one up right here? Let's just try it.
Use democracy.
Sign up. Here I go. Hello. Please confirm your country of residence.
America. God, man. Doesn't look like this place burned at all.
Oh my gosh, we've
Oh,
been here since the
burned?
fires.
Yeah.
Our friend's house almost burned down where you were dropping us off. There were fires all around her. She came to
Wow.
our house to be saved.
Wow.
And we were watching it on TV.
The fire burned into right up across the street from them. And
Oh,
their
you're
house was
kidding.
saved.
That'd be so scary.
Yeah.
So what do? You have good fire
Get
insurance?
the
or
hell out of Dodge.
just get out?
Yeah, make a run for it, I guess. Yeah. So I thought part of this area right here all burned. Oh yeah, you can tell look at all the burnt
You can still
trees.
smell it.
Yeah. So yeah, it burned right up to their house. Their house is right on the street.
Wow.
And it burned right there
Wow.
across the street.
Yeah.
You can see all the fire there.
Jeez, yeah.
Wow, you can see those really
You
good.
can smell it.
Well, look at the fire. Look at the poles. I mean, they're burned too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of these houses. I never
It's
know which
right
one's
here,
what.
1180.
Yeah, 80.
All right, man.
Very good ride.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah,
for a good
absolutely.
conversation.
Yeah, I
was,
guess,
that's
I guess
great.
it was better than I thought. It was great.
Were you able to get in, log in that, and see access
my
the
country,
link?
I can't. My phone does this, and I can't get there yet. I'm trying to put in my country of residence, but as soon as I go there, my whole keyboard takes up the space. So I can't see
Oh yeah.
so I'm trying to say USA. It's not going.
Way to go.
I try. Yeah, I can't get this out of my way.
Would
Or I
it
don't know
let
how to
you
do it.
access it when you first found it? But made you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through all this process to do that.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I was wondering. Then I was
So
wondering if
it's
it
all
was
gonna
live
work
stream.
out fine. Just probably not on my cell phone. That's a little challenged.
Cool. Just wondering about the kind of tech.
So it's all gonna work out.
Cool.
We'll check it out later because here it is on my phone.
If you sign up now, you might be the first Patreon.
Ooh,
My
honey.
gosh,
You'll
I'll
be
be
the
a first.
You get a T-shirt and a coffee mug.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, I'll do it over wine in this house.
Gig,
Okay, so we'll see you at 10:30, right?
yeah, right. I'll be back at 10:30.
We're gonna give Lyft a call then.
Cool.
Thanks, Matthew.
That's cool with me. You can use People's Ride.
Use people's right. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay. Have a good night.
Hey,
Thank you.
go gig workers.
Go gig worker. That's right. Amen. Be safe.
See ya. So you don't have to charge for it. They become a member, and then you can see. That's fine. I am Birdman Park. I've got to call it night. It's getting dark anyway. Take a break. get something to eat. Peace out.